Let's get it. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Aswand, Cruickshank, your one and only Move Swiftly speaker, checking in for a daily Move Swiftly thought, giving you a perspective on teamwork that you will not get anywhere else. Coordinates January 29th, 2024. And what I actually wanted to speak on yesterday, I couldn't because of the presidential debate. And in all honesty, I kind of want to see the feedback, get some other takes that went down and all that kind of stuff. Kind of give myself a few days to address the drafting, the NBA draft, and the major story. The crazy thing is, what made a bigger story in the media when it comes to the NBA draft is the second round pick of 55th overall, Bronny James going to being drafted by the Los Angeles Lakers. That was a bigger story than whoever the hell went number one. All right, that was a bigger story in the media. And again, we got the Lakers being relevant, even though they didn't even make it out of the first round, if I'm not mistaken. I don't even think they didn't even make it out the first round. But again, we have the Lakers being relevant, being the business, like I was telling you last week, how the J.J. Redick hire was more of a marketing business decision than anything else, all right? So, here's my point. Here's my take on the situation. And I have been really knee-deep, all right, really knee-deep into the sports world, whether it be from the player's perspective, whether it be from the coach's perspective, whether it be from the uncle's perspective, whether it be from just the scout's perspective, or even just the fan's perspective. There's a ton of angles that I can see this situation playing out, a ton of angles I could touch on this particular situation from. And the main angle I want to touch on is fatherhood, all right, fatherhood. Now, I was lucky enough, I was blessed enough to have a father who was in the household. I was blessed enough to grow up with a father in the household and was at every single one of my games, was every single one of my football games, high school, doesn't matter, was there supporting me through thick and thin, was there through everything. And I could tell you the only thing that I would suggest that LeBron James does about when it comes to his son being drafted by the team he plays on. And first of all, I also got to say, that's pretty cool to see. It is really cool to see. It's really cool to know that you in year 21 are still relevant and you're still doing your thing. You're still one of the main guys, U.S. Olympian. It's really cool to be able to get to the point where now your son is playing with you. That's probably the greatest story in sports because of how much of a family dynamic sports really creates, right? But the only thing I would suggest, whether it's from him or even if it's from Bronny or even if it's from anybody from the James camp, is just be unapologetic about it. Be honest about it. Fuck it. Why is it a problem? Why is it a problem for him as a father, particularly a black father who is also a professional athlete, in a world where black male athletes get stereotyped as not being too good, not being great fathers? Why is it a problem when it comes to his position and what he's about, where all the time we see example after example of black athletes not being great fathers or not being there for the kids and all that? Why is it a problem if he's unapologetic and say, hey, I'm fucking LeBron James. I've been running this league for 2 decades now. Why is it a problem that my son gets drafted by the team that I play for, number one, and get an opportunity? And this is something that we have to make clear about the situation. He's not guaranteed a roster spot, all right? The NBA actually has a solid feeder system where he can go play in the G League, go develop, go get into a situation where he's playing against some pro competition and get better and develop and see over time. His new coach now was probably one of the best role players that the NBA has ever seen. So there's opportunities to develop him, and at the same time, you're keeping things within the family. You're looking out for the superstar and the guy that is to be honest with you, the main attraction for the team for the last 2 years, whether it was LeBron James getting the record, whether it was LeBron James staying, wherever LeBron goes, the cameras are going to follow and things are going to happen. So the Lakers not actually making anything done on the basketball court, they've been relevant because of LeBron James. So why is it a problem to give his son an opportunity? I 1000% agree with Mr. Adrian Wojnarowski. Fuck your nepotism talk. Fuck it. Okay, fuck your nepotism talk. And if I'm LeBron James, I come out and just say, fuck all the nepotism talking and all that other bullshit. It is not a problem for you to want to set your son up, or whether it's your son, whether it's your nephew, whether it's a young man that you've grown close to and you want to see him succeed, and you've trained and you've known from a baby, and you see him putting in the work and things like that. It's not a problem to want to create opportunities for him. People do it all the time. Black, white, Hispanic, doesn't matter the ethnicity. We need more of it. And again, you're speaking to someone, you're listening to someone who had the luxury, had the pleasure, that was fortunate enough to grow up with a father in the household, and I understand how much of a foundation it gave me as I'm going out playing, as I'm, then I transitioned into coaching, and I saw how the kids react to adversity, the ones who don't have a father in the household, the ones who haven't been taught how to be, how to develop a tough mindset. I saw how adversity broke them whenever they ran up against some competition, and I kind of compared their situation to my situation. You saw the difference. So again, my main takeaway, the main take when it comes to Bronny James being drafted by the Lakers is just be honest about it. Be 100% honest about it. Keep it all the way 100, and just say, look, I'm not gonna be apologetic for wanting my son. And I think he actually has done a good job in not being apologetic at all. I think he's, obviously he's LeBron. He's kind of said it in roundabout ways that, kind of been, I just want to be when he's his own man and all that, which is fine because, again, he has to deal with a ton of cameras in his face all the time. But my main takeaway is I'm actually, to be honest, I'm a little more inspired than I previously was, because this is somebody that, as LeBron was becoming his celebrity in 2002, I was part of a championship team. I was a captain actually of a championship team myself with the White Oak Warriors, a youth league team in 2002, and he was making his rounds. He was becoming a celebrity and stuff like that, and it inspired me to go out and use sports to go out and create family. How close sports is meant to bond people and things like that. So it's important that we recognize that, man. And again, this is a great way of translating it into your professional or your personal lives as well. Do not be unapologetic about being there for your children. Be confident in your child. Be bold when you speak about them. Show them that you're going to be there regardless of if they fail or regardless if they succeed. Again, because Bronny James is not officially an LA Laker. Again, I think it'd be a great thing for him to go and play in the G League a little bit, couple years there, maybe get moved up here and there for certain games, whether even if it's just for media purposes and stuff like that, but for the most part, it is important that we recognize the significance in it, and it's important that what we take from it is to not be unapologetic about having confidence and wanting your children to succeed. All right. All that being said, man, if that's the kind of culture you want in your workplace when it comes to the moving like a championship organization, if you want an organization, if you want a business, if you want your employees and your staff to be running just like a championship organization, the main website to check out to dive deeper into all my work and talk about some of my professional development workshops, it's makeyourmove.com. That's makeyourmove.com. One-stop shop for all your teamwork and your self-development needs. Aswand, Cruickshank, your one and only Move Swiftly speaker, checking out. You guys continue to move swiftly. We will talk more soon.